Welcome to the Kelly and Rush Show.
You didn't know what else to call it.
We're doing updates now on video for Homeless No More because you all liked it so much, so we figured we'd just keep doing it. So this is your update before our Monday meeting. And I guess I'll start. We can talk a little bit about the recreation piece. So our prevention worker, Leslie, she had an awesome meeting with the Kings County Recreation Department. And basically they're on board to start implementing some of the prevention programming that Leslie's working on, the toolkit that she's developing, and really focusing on that 12 to 15. And that's thanks, I think, honestly, to Rachel, who was really essentially pestering the rec departments to say, you know what, we need to do better. This is our area. Let's step up, and then we can partner to help build some of that capacity. So that's a really exciting thing. There's lots of stuff happening with housing though. So how about Russ, you can talk about kind of the government funding and what's happening with that.
So our partners provincially have been really good at keeping us updated, and there's some different avenues being opened up, which the timing is really good because the pit counts is wrapping up today. And also we've been, recircling multiple times with the same group of people around housing questions. What kind of models are we going to pursue? Who's at the table? Last meeting, we had some wonderful people together, and we looked at a housing strategy for Kings, Annapolis, and West Hants. And we really left everybody with the question, what do you bring to the table? What role will you play? Because what's crucial, not just the data, but that we have a collaborative network in the community, that we're going to pursue these options with government funding from the feds together. And we really want to see a solid continuum from homeless to permanent established housing. And with a 1% vacancy rate, it's pretty rough right now.
Yeah.
So we want to present to you guys the results of that conversation and the plans with this housing network, also unnamed, just like this video show. So we're looking for a cool name. But you're going to see a PowerPoint slide attached to this video. And we're proposing for both the housing strategy team as well as Homeless No More that we really pursue transitional housing for youth embedded in an intergenerational context, as well as continue to encourage host homes and we're calling them garden communities or garden suites, because that's a real engagement with the private sector. So, I don't know, do you have anything to add to that, Kelly? That's sort of a summary, and you're gonna see this, and we really want everyone to feel comfortable in moving forward, because it's not just the portal, it's really a cluster of community organizations.
Yeah, I think, and to kind of clarify, that transitional housing piece would look more like having several units attached, like a triplex situation, where there could have CMHA, for example, or Family Resource Center would have basically one of those units, and then the portal would be responsible for filling kind of the other unit, and then the middle unit would be this basically a support worker who could support both of those units in skill development and all those sorts of things, and then making sure we have one of those in Middleton or area, one of those in Kings County, and one closer to the Windsor area.
So there's a lot of work to do between now and March 31st.
Yeah.
In fact, applications, we're hoping to have a solid proposal by the end of November.
Yeah.
So the pressure's on, but it's because this stuff's being rolled out quickly.
And we're kind of assuming that it will likely need to be a retrofit because of the way that the funding is, and just how hard it is to even buy properties that are ready to go right now, because people are buying them up.
It's a real competition.
Yeah.
With such low vacancy rates, people that want to make money off apartments are buying them up.
Yeah.
That brings us to a question that we have for all of you. We would like to propose that Homeless No More moves from just youth to all ages. That we are mindful that we've got representation from the other stakeholders, which honestly, we built Homeless No More to be fairly wide reaching in terms of the support stakeholders. So looking at shifting to all ages, we want to dig in with you folks to ask some good questions. What does this mean? What are the implications? Personally, I believe there's more pluses than minuses, and I think we'd be prepared to take that step. But I want to submit it to you guys as the Homeless No More lead team. Could we move to a broader age from cradle to grave to address homelessness in the valley? Same geographic area, just a broader age. So that's the key question we're going to be discussing.
Yeah, there was some definite, at the housing strategy meeting, there was some definite kind of back and forth. Some people were a little bit hesitant, wondering if we move to this wider model, if that means that youth are going to get left behind essentially, and not that there wouldn't be specific focus around them. But I think there are ways that we can work around that, and you get some really unique things happening. Like if we do end up engaging with the senior community more, I mean, there used to be programs exist in the community where youth are matched with a senior. That means the senior also gets to stay in their home because they have that kind of practical help, and the youth also has housing. So that intergenerational model is definitely, I think, worth pursuing. Again, not losing sight of the fact that we want youth housed, but we do that in a way that forms community, that makes those things sustainable long-term also. So yeah, I think we'll have some really good discussion in our meeting around that.
Well, and maybe that enables me to steal your next point. We also want to take a really focused attention on engaging municipal government.
Yes.
Anywhere where there's been a big dent in the problem of homelessness, the municipal government, that's the town, city mayor, and council has said yes, not just that they're supportive, but that they're engaged and dedicated time and efforts. So I'm going to personally want to work with you folks to engage with our local mayors, town council, chief administrative officers, whatever, and the planning departments, whatever is the best fit. But we really need, especially mayors, to say this is important for our community. And personally, I think it should be. If 25 to 30% of your population are children, 25 to 30% of your children are experiencing poverty, and as we get better data, we'll understand how many are in precarious housing situations. That's a good part of your community. And so we need to be engaging in that. So we want to also have that conversation when we meet next. So
I think that's most of it.
I think we've covered it.
Yeah.
So free beer to the first person that can give us a good name for this. No, I don't know about free beer, but we need a name for this update. And also we need a cool name for our housing network. So looking forward to talking to you all next week. Take care.
Bye.